All right, what's up, guys? It is tournament season. I showed you guys the qualifying highlights. Now it is time for the tournament. 232 people on each console. Top 4 in each console make it. Single elimination. This is the jungle. And we have probably the toughest bracket there is. I'll talk about it a bit throughout the game. We're locked in though, man. I want to win a championship. I've been working so hard recently. Between the streaming, between the YouTube videos, between the ebook, the website, all those different things. And on top of that, I've been grinding, man. I feel really good on the game right now. I'm super excited for this tournament. I hope you guys are as well. I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. I hope you guys enjoy it, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get after it. All right, so here we go, guys. We are taking on a 3-time club champion in our first round. And if you're playing someone of that quality, someone with like $50,000 in tournament earnings in your first round as the 20th seed in a 200-something person tournament, you're probably in for a pretty long day. And, you know, I showed you guys my schedule for the qualifiers. We had probably the most ridiculous slate of games you could ever possibly imagine. And our bracket is probably even harder. So we're playing Deliverance. We're playing you know, the second round is probably going to be relatively easy, and by relatively easy, we're playing someone flipping gun bunch and running 3-3-5 wide. Then we're taking on probably Canes, then Pavin, a belt winner, then J-Wall, a belt winner, the biggest tournament winner of all time last year, winning clubs as we get dunked on by George Kittle right there. And then after that, we'd likely take on Allen, who is also part of the 8-1-8 crew. I mean, can we just catch a pick, man? Can we just end the game early? Can I just get my one stop, never get stopped on offense, and then just win the game, please? Does everything have to be stressful? Does he have to just consistently just throw straight at my players, and my players just either get dunked on or the ball just goes right through their hands? Like, I need a breakout here, man, but we're playing pretty good offense. We're running that tight slots. Now, I know I'm known for that spread offense, but I wanted to go ahead and run something off meta. Honestly, that's really what I'm good at. It's not just spread. You know, I have pretty good pocket presence, but honestly, my ability to just play different, play off meta, and catch people off guard is really my strength as a competitive player. And obviously, I stream every day. You know, I upload YouTube videos every other day. So everyone knows I run spread. They know all my tendencies. Even if I don't realize my own tendencies, these guys can go back, watch all my games, be like, oh, K-Mac runs circle, this specific setup on third downs. He runs this on fourth downs. And it's just super easy for people to study that and kind of know what I'm doing before I even know. So for that reason, I wanted to go ahead, switch it up a little bit as Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Ed Reed are just different in this game. If you guys don't have either of those players, I would highly recommend getting both, putting them at safety. That 90+ zone coverage I get with my strategy boost items is huge. They play and react so much better up top. And I know defense sucks, man. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably are playing Weekend League, my head-to-head. It's on All-Pro. The zones are terrible. Listen, I can't get a stop on All-Pro either. This tournament is played on All Madden. Defense is just a little bit better. And the zones are actually pretty decent. You know, they're not great, but they're pretty decent. The sheds are a bit better as well. Defense in general, it's better. Like, you can get 1 or 2 stops a game. And as long as you're taking care of the ball on offense, playing pretty good offense, playing smart, managing the clock, you know, you're going to be in pretty good positions most of the time, and that's what we're trying to do here today, man. It is going to be a bit challenging. That is the one downside of running a new offense is, you know, I might run into a defense I haven't seen before, which in this specific case, I did. He was running some weird, like, 3-3-5 Sam. It was kind of trash. I don't know if it was supposed to be a blitz or not. It really wasn't coming in ever. And another benefit of this tight formation is we have a tight end on one side and a running back on the other. So it's good blocking. The other benefit is it's got some crazy bombs. We had cover 2 bombs, cover 4 bombs, cover 3 bombs. It's just a bit more explosive than the spread offense. Spread is great for managing the clock, just giving your opponents an absolute headache. Gun tight, bit of better blocking. You know, even if your opponent is blitzing, which most people do against tight, we have that tight end. We have that running back. We can max protect if we want to. We can delay fade, another benefit of running a formation like this with a tight end on the line. You know, there's benefits to both formations. I just really like tight, and it seems to be working pretty well for me. You know, I've really only been running it for a week, but I'm cooking right now. As we throw a bomb to Brandon Marshall up top, we're off to a great start in this game. And this is what I was saying, man. This is our second round game. This is like 150th seed or something, so he's not supposed to be that great, but he's flipping bunch. He's blitzing me. He knows what he's doing. We're just kind of playing pretty well right now. And it helps when you're just breaking tackles like that with Kyle Pitts. These tight ends in Madden 22 are unstoppable. Really nice play right here. Runs flood to break the mass coverage, and a really nice dot to Lance Allworth. So this guy's not bad, man. This is supposed to be my easiest game of the day on paper, and he's pretty good. You know, he's sending the dogs at me right now. But again, we got bombs, cover 2 bombs. It's a tight window with Ed Reed, one of the best safeties, if not the best safety in the game. But Daniel Jones is an absolute menace, especially with that inside deadeye. Inside deadeye is glitched just like it was last year. It works on pretty much any throw, you know, within the realm of realism. You know, you can't run backwards 40 yards and throw off your back foot for a dot 60 yards down the field, but you can make throws on the run, especially on those deep posts, which is huge in an offense like this. And then another pick, Darrelle Revis. He's got the wheels on my 25 Jets theme team. I'm rocking a Jets theme team in Madden Ultimate Team in a $150,000 tournament, which is pretty crazy to say. But LaDainian Tomlinson, Ed Reed, some other players, some other legends get that team chemistry as well. And the team's playing really well. We're off to a great start. I've scored 7 on every single drive. And now we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty, man. We're taking on Canes as we throw a laser here. Perfectly timed. A really nice dot in the face of pressure. And George Kittle is just shrugging off tackles. But again, Canes a multiple-time club champion. I believe he might even have 6 figures in career winnings. You know, he's really not that well known if you're just new to the competitive community. He is part of that 818 crew. You know, he's kind of struggled in the last couple of years. He's had some really good success in the past, though, and he's a really good player, man. Super underrated. This is not someone you want to be playing this early in the tournament, even though it is the 3rd round, because, you know, he labs with the best of the best. He plays some really good players all the time. Kiv, Henry, Pavin, all those guys who are just considered some of the best in the entire world. So we have a tough matchup on our hands right here, and he's kind of playing timid to start, man. It makes a lot of sense. You know, this is a pretty big matchup right here. I'm sending the dogs a lot. I'm trying to go ahead and stop these deep passes. I want to send the heat so he doesn't have time to bomb me, but he's doing a nice job of countering that by hitting me underneath, running a lot of spacing, a lot of different drags, taking off with his quarterback, hit me with the delay fades. Like I said, just playing kind of scared right now. It's kind of a feeling out process, especially being the first drive. Nothing wrong with the way he's playing at all, except for that. That was a terrible decision by him. Face of pressure, throwing across the body. I told you guys Daniel Jones can make throws, and that was pretty accurate. We just had a player named J.C. Horn standing right there, and that is a huge play. Not only do we pick it off, we pick it for 6. I am pumped up right now. I'm feeling good on offense. I'm making him work on defense. Now, I told you guys defense is a bit better on all Madden, but it's still pretty difficult. And as long as you can make someone... Okay, well, Darrelle Revis jumped it. The ball goes right through his hands. If he catches that, you know... It's 21-0. We give them the quit message in the first quarter of a tournament game, but you're not going to catch everyone. You know, sometimes these DBs are just the ball's just going to go through their hands. You know, we've already seen that multiple times in this video and the other games. You know, hopefully it just doesn't happen numerous times, but a lot of spacing here, man, over and over again. And I'm okay with this. I don't want to give up any bombs. I want him to do this over and over again, especially already being up a stop, being up 14. I am perfectly fine, especially when he throws stuff like this right to Right to Dante Jackson. That was a bit sickening. I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm a bit mad at that drive. We could have picked 6 him on the hitch. Probably should have been a pick. At the very least, it should have been a breakup right there. The ball goes right through Dante Jackson's hands again. You know, he had me by maybe a yard, but Dante Jackson has wheels. He recovered nicely. He hit the back of the end zone as well. He didn't time it right. And the ball just goes right through my DB's hands. Should have been a pick, but he scores. It's unfortunate. Well, we got dots again. I'm playing great offense right now, man. I'm telling you guys, I don't really consider myself an offensive player. I think most people kind of have that reputation for me. I'm an offensive player just because I run spread. I run unique stuff on offense, but I don't think that's the case. I feel really strong on defense. I want to score as quickly as possible. I want to win games out here on defense, and that's what we're going to do right here with Darrelle Revis. And, no, okay, again, we're just going to drop another pick. I mean, if we catch that, we're up 14 with ball, with full momentum. He cannot sniff a stop on defense right now, and we just drop a pick with the best corner in the game. And then right here, a perfect user. We hit Daniel Jones with Cam Chancellor, hoping for a fumble right there, but you know what? It's about battling tilt, man. You're going to get lucky in Madden. You're going to get unlucky. It's just the way it works. Right here, 4th and 4. We send a bit of a blitz, man. We switch it up. We run a defense he hasn't seen yet. Something I've been keeping I've been keeping, man, you know, to myself. This is a nice little blitz. It screams off the edge, only rushing 4. Everyone shedded, as you can see right there. Kind of just a timing throw. We didn't really have much of a choice. It was ended up being a really nice dot. I liked my defense though. I felt like we had 2 guys there that could have made a play on it. We got crazy pressure as well. And then he throws directly into a hard flat. My guy puts his hands out. That is another pick. You know, I'm trying not to complain too much about the game, but watching this back, it might even be worse than I realized. You know, I did a good job though, keeping my composure, honestly. Like, I felt like I'm really getting cheated in this game so far, but, you know, I'm getting mad at the moment, as he has some really nice stick work right there. I'm getting mad for just a couple seconds, but then I'm immediately shifting my focus back into the game, and that's something that I really felt like has been a weakness in my competitive game for a long time. You know, I feel like I complain too much, and there's nothing wrong with complaining or being mad. You know, that's just a part of being passionate about something. If you're not getting mad, if you're not complaining, you're probably not passionate enough. You probably don't have that desire to win. You just don't desire to win that badly. Right here, 3rd and goal. Comes out in a formation I haven't seen before. Probably could have had better defense. I kind of ran into some people with my user. Couldn't get out there in time. Good pass by him. Something I haven't seen before. Now that we've seen it, we kind of know what to expect there. But again, kind of just a weakness of mine. Something I really want to get a lot better at is, you know, I can complain, get mad for a couple seconds, but then boom, I'm immediately locking back in. It's time to get another stop, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job of that so far in this game. Right here, sends the dogs at me. You know, he ran a cover 2 shell. I got that deep post. I didn't really have time to survey the field. I don't even know if I saw it at the time. We go back to a similar play right here, and, you know, this, looking back at this, I feel like I played almost a perfect game this entire game, but looking back at this, I think this might have been my mistake. One, I should have thrown the ball away. I don't accomplish anything by throwing that pass to George Kittle. I should have just thrown the ball away, even though it's a huge gain. You know, there's a 17-second runoff, so the half is just over with no timeouts. But right here, this is kind of the mistake, man. Looking back at it, I kind of turned immediately. There was kind of a cluster of people right there, so it didn't seem like it was going to get open. And then I turned, and as I was turning with my quarterback to roll left, you know, that post broke open. So it's kind of just bad timing. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, it's kind of unlucky, but it was also kind of a bad mistake by me. I should have just stood tall in the pocket and waited for that to break open. But again, at the time, it didn't look open. There was, you know, a cluster of like 2 or 3 DBs right there. I could have anticipated being open. I should have, because on that play where I did get screamed at, I did have it open. I just didn't survey the field then. Bad mistake by me, and it didn't seem like a big deal at the time. But when he's throwing reads like this, and your DBs are not reacting, they're not picking the ball off, you know, you can't afford to make mistakes like that. Like I said, you're just gonna get lucky. I got lucky versus Kiv, you know, last year in the Madden Bowl or the LCQ. And I'm getting pretty unlucky in this game. It's just the way it really works. And if you want to be the best, if you want to be elite, if you want to win tournaments like this, you're going to have to battle the fluke. You're not going to get lucky or not get cheated in every game you play. Like, you're going to get unlucky. And to battle that, you have to play perfect. You cannot make any mistakes. And even though it didn't seem like a huge mistake, me missing that right before half, just because, you know, we had a little bit of unfortunate timing, those things can really cost you in games like this, man, where the game's not really being very forgiving towards you. 3rd and goal, we're getting really stingy down here again. He's going back to this formation. I got a flat zone on the right this time, but he actually runs an RPO glitch. I don't know if you guys have faced this yet this year, but it's actually a glitch. The defense just completely dumbs out. There actually is defense for this. I'll have the defense posted on my website on teamgetlucky.com in the next couple of days. I believe this is going to get patched, though. And I know there is defense for it, but it is pretty annoying. I hadn't really seen it before, so I didn't know how to stop it until after the game had already occurred. You know, I asked some people, you know, how do I stop this? But, yeah, so that's kind of in the back of my head. I'm kind of worried right here. You know, we're too close to the end zone to really clock him. I'm really just worried about scoring, and it is a bit scary, man. Even though I'm in a great position to win this game right here, it is a little bit scary because he could always just go down the field, score. It's not that difficult to play offense, and then just go for 2. Especially with that play, he hit me with that zig route on the first conversion of the game, and then he went ahead, ran that RPO glitch with his quarterback. He kept him. My defense completely dumbed out. So he goes to that normal Y close formation, and it's a little bit scary, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm going to stop that 2-point conversion. I don't know if he's going to run with his quarterback or if he's going to hit us with a pass play. Speaking of hits, though, Cam Chancellor in the backfield. I need a fumble from LaDainian Tomlinson, but honestly, my opponent is probably on conservative ball carrier. We sent a bit of a blitz right there. Good play call on 3rd and 5. We got the screamer off the edge. Just should have put some extra zones there. I got to know he's just checking down over and over again. And then right here, man, taking off with Daniel Jones. So again, he's kind of just taking what the defense gives him. He hasn't really had any big plays. The only big play he had was the should have been interception or should have been pass breakup. But flat, delay fade, check down to the running back, take off with the quarterback. And again, I'm perfectly fine with this. We're making him work. I feel like he's almost chewing himself out of this game right here. 2 timeouts, 37 seconds, and he hasn't really proved to us that he can pass beyond 10 yards. A lot of it is check down. So as long as we can keep him in bounds here, I'm perfectly fine with really any completion that we're giving up. We play great defense right here, though. Again, just trying to keep him in bounds, trying to make this clock become a factor, making it become on my side right here. Just kind of another bad read. We had a player standing right there in a zone that should have stopped that. It is Lorenzo Carter. He doesn't have the greatest zone coverage. Maybe if I had a safety right there, it could have been an interception or at least a pass breakup. But right there, we send the 2-4-5 odd again. It is screaming off the edge. That setup will be on my website as well. It's something I've been saving for these crucial downs where I know he can't really run the ball, so I don't have to worry about run defense. 4th and 7. We have a safety there, but honestly, a pretty nice pass. Kind of just quick snap me. And I'm okay with giving up a conversion there as long as we keep him in bounds. 6 seconds left from the 12-yard line. This is not a very comfortable position to be in on defense. We run man coverage for the first time. We play great defense. And this is where things are a little bit scary. You know, it's probably pretty scary for him. It's pretty scary for me as well. I don't really know what I want to do. I thought about running man coverage again, but I just ran it, so I didn't want to do that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to run cover 2. I'm going to man some people up in bunch. I want to watch for that backside post. I want to watch for that slot receiver. He audibles the tight slots right here. And what I do is I actually take my zone on the left. I man up the running back. Now I'm responsible for anything that occupies that left side. And he hits me with a quick seam to the right. You know, I probably should have called a timeout. I wanted to make him rush being the last play. It was a good play call. I had to occupy that left side with my user. I took that left-hand zone. I manned him up on the running back to stop the wheel. That's the exact play he ran. You know, kind of a mistake for me there on defense, but honestly, just a good play for my opponent. You know, I can give props. I blitzed both my safeties on the 2-point conversion, and we had really good defense, man. I blitzed both my safeties to stop the run. I guarded the flat in case he passed. Man coverage on the left wasn't really open. We had a crazy press animation there. He got a bad throw because we sent the heat. We sent the dogs. And yeah, I felt like that was really good defense on the 2-point conversion. Yeah, I really couldn't ask for better defense. If you took a screenshot of him throwing the ball at the point of release and told me, K-Mac, is this the defense you want out there? I would say yes, 100% of the time. I felt a little bit of, I felt a sense of helplessness as the ball was in the air. I felt like the fate of my tournament life was really just hanging with the ball in the air. And honestly, I was a little bit sick. Well, okay, I was pretty sick after I lost this. I'm not going to lie. I really feel like I dominated this game. I feel like I played great. We had the mistake before half, which didn't even really seem like a huge mistake at the time. But again, in a game like this, you're going to get unlucky in Madden. It's just going to happen. You can't afford to make mistakes like that that are that crucial that could give you 3 or possibly even 7 before half. And then the mistake of giving up the touchdown with 2 seconds left. Again, not a huge mistake just because I did have to go to the left. I manned up the wheel. I was afraid of the wheel. He hit me with the backside post. Honestly, just a great play call by him. Looking back, hindsight is 2020. I could have done things differently there, but it ultimately came down to the 2-point conversion. I know he was going for it regardless, and we played pretty good defense there. It's just heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking to lose in that fashion with the 2-point conversion. I definitely don't blame him for going for that. He didn't make the greatest read, but it was a good decision to go for 2. I felt really good in this game. I felt like I was playing great defense, felt like I was playing great offense. We played great all day. It's just unfortunate. It's a single elimination tournament. It's heartbreaking, man. I haven't really been able to say this ever in the past, but I felt like I was by far and away the best player in the world at the time of this tournament. And it just sucks. It burns that it's single elimination. We lost to a good player, man. Canes, I told you, he ran the gauntlet. He beat me. Then he went ahead. He beat Pavin. He beat J-Wall. And then he beat Allen. So he beat 4 of probably the top 20, top 10 players in the entire world in a row. So in Madden, in single elimination, you have to get lucky and you have to be good. You can't just be lucky. You have to be both. So this is not to take away from Canes, man. Canes absolutely deserves this. He beat some really good players, some of the best players in the world. He had the hardest bracket of anyone. He ended up making the live event. So congratulations to him, man. you know, just things. It's not for me. This video is not made for me to complain either. I told you guys I'm really proud of the way I played. I wish I had a second chance with double elimination. It is what it is. You know, I'm proud of the way I played. I'm proud of the way I battled adversity too. I feel like we got cheated numerous times in this game, and I felt like every single time we got over it immediately, we locked back in. It was super frustrating to lose this way. You know, like I said, I felt really good at the game. I wanted to do it for you guys as well, but I appreciate the support from you guys as always. We are not done, man. We're coming back with a vengeance for the rest of the tournaments for the year. I promise you guys that. We're going to get it done. So again, man, thank you guys so much for the support. I absolutely love every single one of you guys. You know, whether I win, whether I lose, you guys rock with me. I appreciate that. It really means the world to me. It sucks. I'm going to get over it, though. Appreciate you guys. Again, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.